Sorry, please give us a second.
Ah,
Okay,
Can?
yeah, can.
Good. All right. First thing we're going to discuss today is about SingPass. All right. SingPass. Most important element these days. Everybody needs to have one. Yeah. So what is SingPass? All right. It is a digital identity set up by the government for Singapore citizens. All right. You can use it now to go to any government or private sector, and you don't have to physically take out your IC, your identity card, to show them. The SingPass has it all registered and stored. All right. Now, at the end of the session, I would like you to also approach our colleagues to just go through your SingPass to check if everything is up to date. Yeah. Now, why do I need the SingPass account? All right. Whenever you need to log in, these days, everything is online. Yes. So whenever we need to log in, they will always ask you the same thing. If you use your mobile phone now and you go into your SingPass, that actual picture will come out, right? And what you need to do is tap it. And it's active, right? You pass in your passcode, your password number, and you are in. So it's always what we call your digital IC. All right. We know our normal IC, the pin card we have, and now we consider it the digital IC. Yeah. Whenever you download, it can always say my information. You can check. You can see it has your IC, it has your address, it has your CHAS card. When you want to go to polyclinic, you don't have to actually take the card. You can use your SingPass and you can go through the same system. Yeah. Now, when you register for a SingPass, right, they always have three setups. One is a password, one is an SMS, and one is face or finger. You only need two. You don't need all three. Okay. So I'm sure most of us these days are so used to using our finger to actually tap on everything, right? But sometimes you are eating your fried kway teow and you love it and you lick your thumb. And then next thing you want to go and use and it goes like, it's not working because the finger is too oily. Automatically, you can use your next version, which is to type in your 6-digit password, right? Or you can say, finger is dirty. Never mind, I use my face. Scan. All right. So one or the other, but always have two. Right. I noticed over the times that we are here, people brought up the SingPass and I looked at it and I saw that they only had one authentication password. Yeah. So always have two. Yeah. So again, the question is SingPass a two-factor authentication or one? Two or one? Two. Good. Today I don't have any chocolates. It's not ideal. Okay. Now, two-factor authentication, very important, right? So we identify most of us these days should carry the smartphone because it's updated. Just a quick one. Does anybody sitting here do not have a smartphone? Anybody? Do not have? All have, huh? Okay, good. Don't worry, it has need not be the latest version. As long as it's a smartphone, we can show you how to update. Huh? That's another thing we do. Now, when your device, right, you have normally in front a small little camera is front facing. All right, the camera is here. All right, so whenever you want to do a factor where you want to face the camera, it has to be there, and you will be able to see the face come up like this, right? And it can't be here. All right, so it has to be at a certain distance, and then you can see the whole face come up. Now, normally when you want to do this, some people will prefer say, yeah, it's too troublesome. Don't want to use my face recognition. So you can actually have SMS message sent to you. This is your one-time password when you activate your SingPass, right? You don't want to use the facial recognition, and it says, I want to use my SingPass, press, and then straight away you receive an SMS. This is your one-time password. All right, so it gives you, and you punch it in, and your SingPass is open. Now, you might say, oh, isn't this all troublesome? Actually, it's all security feature. Always when you have more 2 times security feature, better chances for keeping all that information safe and secure. Yeah, after this, I'll show you what I mean by what people do. Whenever you need to download, and this is useful for you in case one of your friends asks you, what is SingPass? How do I get it? You can go to the Google Store. When you go to Google Play on Android, or you can go to your App Store, your Apple, and download the SingPass, right? I'll show you the version of how it works. These days, if you start to download your SingPass, it will ask you for face identification, all right? How to verify, okay? And the good thing about it is you don't have to be too smart. Whenever you do this and the color goes red, it's not ready yet. So you have to do it again until it becomes green. And guess what? I only learned that 3 weeks ago. I did not know that either. All right. So I was thinking, I said, wait, why it's not working? And I said, oh, I realized it has to go green and then you're verified. Yeah. Very important. Okay. So normally when you have your SingPass, you have your password and your passcode, right? All this information should not be shared with anybody. All right. Even if it's us and we say, oh, excuse me, ma'am, we are going to help you do your digital. Can I have your SingPass? And your answer is no. What is it that you want? All right. Same thing with anybody. Be careful. All right. These days, people are trying to create all kinds of scams. How difficult is it to get this purple picture? How difficult? Not difficult at all. How difficult it is to get this kind of? Not difficult at all. Just take a photo and I'll be standing out there. Hi, I'm your digital ambassador. Can I have your SingPass? Right? So answer is always no. All right. Anybody asks you about your SingPass, the details of your SingPass, no. Next question is, why do you want to know? Yeah, why? Keeping your SingPass safe, why? This has happened in the past, and I'm not talking years ago. Already this year, people have already been scammed because the SingPass information was given away freely. All right. So once I have your SingPass information, I can do a lot of things. I can quickly log in, change your password, change your settings. Now I have everything. And then tomorrow I just say, hey, guess what? This is my SingPass. Do you want to transfer $5,000? And the person, oh yeah, this is a good idea. Why don't I transfer? Money is being transferred. It goes through your SingPass. It goes into your account. So you are in trouble. So you must make sure that the SingPass is kept safe at all times. One other thing is every now and then, check whether it's updated. I'm not saying every day, every once in a while, open check. Is it updated? Yeah. Keeping in mind the authorities, Singapore, we follow everything legally. All right. So if your SingPass has been compromised and something goes wrong, all you're going to do is get a phone call from the authorities. Say, excuse me, we found that your SingPass had been used for something, all right? And this is where you have to turn around and say, I'm shocked, I did not know about this, all right? What happened, all right? So you have to make sure that it's updated, yeah? Also keep in mind, people can use your SingPass to withdraw money, right? So all that hard work and all that savings is all gone within a flash, yeah? So what happens when I lose it, right? What do I do, right? You lost your SingPass, your account is compromised. Sometimes it does happen. Accidents happen. We are not saying that people purposely lose it, but you lose it. It's just like your IC, right? If you lose your IC, what do? You'll always go to the nearby police station and say, excuse me, I lost my wallet, I lost my IC, right? Same situation here. Because it's digital, right? What happens when you lose it? All right? My best suggestion is to actually keep this number with you at all times, all right? This is an important telephone number, yeah? And not to worry when you come to my colleagues later, you can ask the same question, right? Now, whenever you have to perform an additional security, sometimes SingPass is so good enough to realize that, oh, you normally use your SingPass on this mobile phone, yes? You always use it on this mobile phone. But today you went home and you bought a new laptop, right? You're programming it and everything, and you log in to use your SingPass. SingPass will say, excuse me, you're using a different device. is this really you? Okay, so it's good because you used it on some other device which you normally use on your mobile phone, right? You used it on something. SingPass will activate and tell you, you're using another device. Is it? If it's you, nothing to do. If it's not you, please do the following steps, right? So one of the fastest method is actually to call this number and press 9. It's 24 hours and say, you don't have to be worried. Nobody is going to say, are you sure? No, you can just say, I am worried. I'm not too sure. That's okay. That's good. All right. The authorities' job is to help and find out, okay, let us check. Keeping in mind, all of this is controlled and monitored by the Singapore Police Force. All right. They monitor all the scams. So a lot of senior citizens who came to see us over the last week or so were telling us about, oh, whenever I get a scam, I straight away delete. Yes, good. But the main thing is to get the detail and report to the authorities. So you're helping. You're helping this person not to get away, right? So make sure you get a chance, report it. Say, oh, this number keeps calling me all the time, and I every time block it and still call me back. Report it. Report the number. Yeah? We will show you later how it's done. Okay. Now, this is another thing that people always notice. How to recognize whether the website or the link is correct. Is it official, right? We don't know. Normally, you receive something and it says http government.sg. Government SG. Oh my goodness, Singapore government must be sending me something. Not really true. The scammers are smart enough to realize what our identities are and how to trick us. All right, how to trick us. What do they do to make sure that we, straight away press? Because the government, this is a government thing. Sometimes you get, the other day I was so impressed. I got, you have a traffic offense, fine, you need to report. I was thinking, I went to my wife, I said, since when do I have a driving license? Right? So you see, it's a scam. Right? They will try their luck. Yeah. So looking at these, you can see the versions of scams that you have, right? I can be talking today and telling you what's happening with the scams. As I am talking right now, at this very minute, people are already changing the method of the scam. They are already presenting it. Yeah. So how me and my colleagues and IMDA, we are always constantly updating and upgrading ourselves. So it does not mean like today's session, yes, I've learned everything. I can go ahead and do it. Please come back. Because I can tell you next week, we'll have new updated versions. We have new information to pass. All right? So it's always good to link up with my colleagues and say, okay, how do I get updated information? How do I know that you are sending me correct and updated versions of it? Yeah. So this is very important. Keeping in mind, after we will like to check all your 2FA, is it all figured out well? The next thing is to realize when you get SMS on SingPass, where is it that you're getting it from? You see the logo on top? It shows SingPass. Right? You will never get something else. You will never get HTTP, blah, blah, blah. No. SingPass. All right? That's what you recognize that, this is a correct SMS. Please approach us afterwards later and say, excuse me, can you show me a sample? Right? We will show it to you. Look at this. Look at this highlighted link. It shows HTTPS stroke SAML, pure scam all the way. Right? We as government associations or government bodies will never have this version of it. Never have this version. Yeah. We will show you samples later. So Anybody? Maybe I have chocolate after I back. What is the web domain for the SingPass website? Any idea? What is the domain? www dot www.singpass.gov.sg. Official, right? That's how the domain basically goes through. Yeah. Look at what we have in and under our SingPass login, and look at what's above. All right. What's the scam and what is the real login detail? I see a lot of you taking photographs. Don't worry. After my colleagues will help you, okay? Don't panic, please. My job is to make sure that we have a good learning session and we are more secure when we leave this place, yeah? So, remember the security tips. Always look for transactional alert. Your SingPass will tell you alerts every now and then. Excuse me, have you used your SingPass today at this location? If you say no, you should straight away respond. No, I did not. Yeah? All right. So always keep that alert after someone to check whether you kept it active. Should I scan QR code? You receive a message and the SingPass come up there. You know, it says, please scan. You know, please identify because we want to update your insurance. Okay? Logic, you're like, oh, insurance, my goodness, I better go. No, never do that. Huh? Do you have a lot of versions of scams these days? All right? And these days, you'll be surprised. Who doesn't want to get a message? Congratulations, you won $200. Good. Okay? In those days, maybe 10 years ago, it's all real. Now, it's majority are all scams. All right? You should not entertain these kind of messages or press to open and see or read. All right? You have activated your phone device, and afterwards we will talk about ScamShield to check whether your phone is still secure. Yeah. Look at these kind of advertisements that you get. Sometimes when you are in the HDB area or hawker center, you see posters like that just stuck there, and then just asking you, please scan the QR code. Scam. Again, the moment you scan the QR code, I'm inside your phone. Right? So be careful of any purchases, anything that's offering free. There's one thing good in Singapore, I always say, there's no free lunch in Singapore. Okay? There's no free lunch. Everything has a justification or a cause, yeah? So when always we look at this, look out for the errors, yeah? Afterwards, please ask my colleagues to show you some details of how these errors can be identified, yeah? So this is another problem. All right, a lot of people. Last time, I used to remember the IC, right? Our IC was top notch and our passport was amazing. So I remember I was in one location and said, wow, Singapore passport is #1. And then somebody came and said, I'll pay you $5,000. You just say your passport is lost. I give you $5,000 now. Yeah, that's how these days I heard it's going even higher, right? So this is not a quick money scheme. You should not do things like that because your identity can be used to set up for any criminal organization. All right? And the criminal get away and you get blamed because it was your identification. Right? So please do not sell your details. Update. Last week also, I noticed quite a number of senior citizens who brought their phone to check on some things. And I was checking and I saw quite a lot of them didn't update. So they didn't update their details. They didn't update their SingPass. All right. So all this must be updated. You will receive these things that say update. But people sometimes ignore lah. You know, you should update because it gives you the latest government details and the benefits. Yeah. So this is something that we want to know. Unused apps. All right, unused apps. Please ask my colleagues later as well. Unused, something that you haven't used in a long time. Why is it there? because it could be compromised. All right, so unused app, something you never use anymore, disable and remove. Have it removed from your phone. Yeah, very important to check out that. After you finish everything that you do, I'm not only talking about SingPass, anything else that you use for, log out. Don't leave it. One thing notice about banking and financial details, people use the login for on the phone for the DBS or OCBC, and then at the end they say log out. They just switch off their phone. Don't, please. Log out. All right? Important factor. Okay. Now we'll jump to the topic of ScamShield. All right? As you can see with this logo over here, do you have that on your phone? This logo, just for this logo. Is it on your phone? ScamShield? If it's not, not to worry. Afterwards, we'll go through steps on how my colleagues can help you. This is an important feature, and everybody needs to have this on their system now. This is a very protective feature for our phones, especially for digital technology these days. Yeah. Okay. Whenever you have a scam, there is a standard. We have a short acronym for it. We call it ACT. So you have to add, check, and tell. All right. So when I'm saying the add, is against refers to set of actions that can be taken to reduce this. So whenever there's a scam happening, it's good to report it. It's good to tell the authorities. All right. So the authorities are ahead, and we support our people here to make sure that nobody gets scammed. Yeah. You see, when it comes to ad, making sure that you have already uploaded ScamShield. Don't worry if you don't have it now. Afterwards, at the end of the session, we'll show you how it's done. But also making sure the hardware and settings of your phone are all up to date. Very important. All right. You can have my phone. I think my smartphone is nearly 6 years with me. The reason it's working in perfect condition is I'm always updating it. You know, and once every 2 years I service it. All right, so I make sure that the memory is perfect, the storage is there. I don't have too many things that I don't need on the phone. All right, so that's important. Checking, make sure that you always have systems like ScamShield. There are other softwares I will show you later, but which will be able to scam. But keep in mind, sometimes when you think that something is going wrong on the system, it slows down the phone. Why? Why is it slowing down? All right. So these are the things when scams happen. All right. It enters your phone and it starts to slow your phone down. All right. Remember to tell the authorities. Afterwards, we will show you on ScamShield how to report to an authority very quickly by just using your fingers to tap in. All right. We'll show you how it's done. And it must be done. Now, those who do not have the ScamShield app, these are the QR codes. Those for Apple, it's on your left. Okay, you can scan the QR code and it will download. Those who are on Android, it's on the right. You can scan the QR code and download it. Once you've downloaded, it goes step by step on how to make sure your settings are set up properly. But since we are here today, please come and see my colleagues so we can check for you. All right, whether your settings are done perfectly. Yeah? Very important. Now, what does the ScamShield do? What is the most important feature? Filters the calls and messages. So sometimes you will get a call, +1-800. All right. Oh, but the good thing about the phone on ScamShield, block, and it will notify you. You just received a scam call. All right. So you can check. That's interesting. All right. So sometimes, keeping as it is, you might actually have one number that's just gone through 800-7776 and it is not blocked out yet. Do you answer it? Yeah. If you're not sure what the number is, it doesn't pop up with the name, don't answer it. Man. Next thing, reporting scams, messages, and calls. We will show you later how it's done quite quickly. It also blocks the scam calls. All right, once a scam call is recorded, it will block it. We will never come back into the same system over and over again. But the scammers are smart. They change their numbers every day. All right, they change their numbers every day. Now, whenever you receive a scam call or an SMS, it will receive alerts on your phone. You have just received this scam call. You have just received a scam message, which is good for you to look and say, very good. The app is working, is blocking the details. Yeah. Now the setup, we have the different stages on Apple and Android. All right. Nothing to worry about. We will be able to go through. So we will be able to go through with you. All right. Even though you set up, just see my colleagues and we'll just check it for you. Right. So we said, oh, okay, everything is working well. Perfect. Yeah. Don't worry about all the apps and the call blocking and SMS filters. After we'll check and we'll know whether you're up to speed. You see, all detected messages are automatically reported to the Singapore Police Force. All messages that are scam that are detected are straight away sent to the police force. You don't have to worry about it. Yeah. It's when you get that number that keeps calling you all the time. You already block, you already delete, still call you, report the number to the Singapore Police Force. Okay, this is the version of reporting via iOS, Apple. Okay, this is the system of how you do the reports, all right? We will show it to you after this later, all right? If you have an iOS phone, please come to see us and then we'll show you how it's done. Same goes for Android, all right? Nothing too complicated, but it's good for you to know the steps, all right? Now, when you receive an alert, it's just not only talking about something that's scam, it also alerts you on the latest scams that are going around. All right, the latest scams. Okay, the latest insurance scam, the latest scam that's saying that you're going to win a freebie. All right, Royal Caribbean is coming into Singapore so many times, and already my colleagues in Royal Caribbean has already told me that, my goodness, there are scams on Royal Caribbean. So must be careful. Yeah. So the alerts are very important for us. Okay. Now is most probably exam time. Okay. If you are able to answer all the questions correctly, you can scan the QR code to get a Royal Caribbean cruise. Yes? She's looking at me, scammer. Okay. Correct. Yeah? So there's no such thing as freebie. All right, so let's go through. Question 1. ScamShield is an anti-malware product developed by the government products in collaboration National Crime Prevention Council. True or false? True. Sure. 100%. So, you see, very important to understand the product and what we do. Anti-scam. See the word on top is there, ScamShield. Yeah? Difference between scam and mal. Yeah? Actually good after ask us again. Okay, which of the following is not a feature of the ScamShield? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which of the future is not? Is not. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Okay, you say 3, Sure, Sure. Okay. Wow, well done. You won Royal Caribbean Cruise. Number 3, for ScamShield to work optimally, you must have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. All of the above? 4? Okay. True. Very good. At least you all listen. Select the correct statement. If you receive a scam message, you can report them by opening ScamShield app and selecting the report button. Or if you receive a ScamShield, no action is required. as ScamShield will automatically block and report the scammer. Scam messages, this is scam messages. So 1 or 2? Wow, slowly the brain thinking, think. First one, 1. 1. Everybody agree. Because the young man say 1, everybody agree. Okay, let's try. He became 5 years younger. Oh, very happy already. Okay. Okay. Whenever you go into these websites like CPF and all this, everything is activated to make sure that we use our SingPass. All right. So this is how you are be able to log in. Afterwards, please ask us questions on that as well. As you say, look, I would like to see how the CPF login works. All right, please. We are here to help. Our job is to make sure that we provide you as much information and tools that you require. I would like you at the end of the session when you go home today to even practice. And please come back. We are here most of the time and you come back and say, excuse me, I tried something, I'm still not so sure. That's our job, to help you go through it again. Yeah, so it's very important that you do that. These days, the new buzzword is this word called deep fake. Deep fake. While I'm standing here and doing all this, somebody can easily have their phone taken, take a complete shot of my face, record my voice, and then straight away send it to another friend of mine and say, change it and says, please help me. I've just got into an accident. I need $200. You see my face. You see me talking like, oh my God, Bernard is in trouble. I better help him. All right. So this is what we call deep fakes. You have to be very careful of this. All right. The examples are getting even better and better these days. All right. So whenever I think something is not too good to be true, I will stop. All right, I will hesitate. Sometimes I'll call my friend directly and say, hey, David, did you get into an accident and need to... I'm at home watching YouTube. What are you talking about? Right? So it's important to check deep fakes and also figure out if scammers need few photos. These days, we are so happy with Facebook and Instagram and everything, and we're putting everything up there. And that's where they are able to trace and track it. All right? Not too long ago, there was a movie of a girl who lost her mother, and she wanted to find her mother by using Facebook and its location device over a period of 4 to 5 days. She actually found her mother. All right, this was somewhere in Mexico, and the authorities were even startled. But you see how unique that device can be. So everything they have has the good and bad version of it, right? Okay,